championship game between the Pelican Vikings, the North Section 8A champions, and the St. Cloud Tech Tigers, the South subsection champions in 8A. There's a lot of orange and black out there on the field here in Alexandria, as the Alexandria High School is hosting this event on this neutral site. And the field is in great shape. We'll address that a little more with John Peter during our pregame interview in just a few minutes. Pelican Rapids 10-2 on the year, coming off a 1-0 victory over Bemidji in the North Subsection Championship game. And for St. Cloud Tech, they come in with a record of 11-1-2, and they won 1-0 in their South Subsection Championship game over Sartell. Tech has won 5 in a row, all by shutouts. The Vikings have won 3 consecutive games in this section tournament. Now we'll take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll be joined by head coach John Peter as our pregame show continues from Alexandria. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Alexandria High School Stadium and Viking Bank Field for today's Section A soccer game, where the Pelican Rapids Vikings will take on the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. We wish to remind you that the School District 206 is a tobacco-free school, and tobacco use is not permitted on school property. All fans in attendance must follow the guidelines put in place by the Minnesota Department of Health. Face coverings are required while walking to and from your seat, while in line at the concession stands, or while walking to the restrooms.
That conversation will continue after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to coverage of Viking boys soccer on KJ
Thank you for your
Country.
cooperation in making tonight's game a safe event for everybody. Good sportsmanship is strived for all Section 8A events. Good sportsmanship is the responsibility of players, coaches, cheerleaders, students, adult spectators, officials, and media. The Region 8 Committee and the member schools invite all students and adult spectators to join with the 8A teams in displaying good sportsmanship throughout the tournament. The officials today's game are Rob Williams, Brady Burnside, and Dan Kramer. Viking head coach is John Peter, and he is assisted by Andy Johnson and Rudy Martinez. Tigers head coach is Dan Stotterud, and he's assisted by Kaz Gaznick. It's now time for the national anthem. At this time, we'll ask that you please stand for the Star Spangled Banner. And now we'll have the starting lineups, starting with the visiting team. Okay, we'll wait for the coin toss to happen here. Now the starting lineups, starting with the visiting team, St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Number 1, Nicholas Lalonde. Number 2, Mohammed Omar. Number 3, Garrett Mueller. Number 5, Ethan Miller. Number 8, Ahmed Rabi Ishmael. Number 11, Ahmed Getty. Number 12, Gavin Finstead. 15, William O'Donnell. Number 17, Andrew Holmes. Number 18, Joseph Pearson. And number 25, Kadar Kareem. And now for the home team, the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Starting in goals, number 1, Sebastian Rosales. Number 5, Kadar Adan. Number 6, Sebastian Centeno. Number 7, Abdi Isse. Number 9, Kadar Ibrahim. Number 10, Mohammed Ahmed. Number 11, Joshua Urbano. Number 14, Jesus Moreno. Number 16, Hamza Ishwa. Number 17, Abdirahman Saeed. And number 21, Daniel Urbano.
We are underway in this Section 8A championship game. We'll set the Nelson Auto Center starting lineups for you as we progress and get an opportunity to fit that in. Pelican Rapids pushing the ball up the right sideline and giving chase there is Mohammed Ahmed on the far sideline trying to work it out in front as the Vikings set up an opportunity, and the St. Cloud Tech defense got in the way of that shot. Nice job defensively by Mohammed Omar of the Tech Tigers. Now for the Vikings, Abdi Isse pushing it ahead to Kadar Ibrahim. He boots it high and wide of the goal and out play. And we get a goal kick here for the Tigers. Here's the way the Tigers go. Their goalkeeper is Nicholas Lalonde, Jr. They have number 2, Muhammad Omar, a senior at midfield. Number 3, Garrett Mueller, a senior on defense. Number 5, Ethan Miller, a senior in the midfield. Number 8, Ahmed Rabi Ismail, a senior midfielder. Number 11, Ahmed Getty, a senior midfielder. Number 12, Gavin Fenstead, he's a sophomore defender. Number 15 is William O'Donnell, and he has just centered the ball out front. There's a blast by the Tigers that goes high and wide, and it will be a goal kick now for the Vikings. O'Donnell, he's a junior defender. Number 17 is junior midfielder Andrew Holmes. Number 18 is senior defender Joseph Pearson, and number 25 is midfielder Kadar Karain. He is also a senior. We'll give you the Nelson Auto Center starting lineup for the Vikings in just a couple of minutes. Ball sent to the near sideline by Sebastian Centeno. It goes over the sideline and out of play. And that will allow the Tigers for a throw in. Garrett Mueller will throw it in from the near sideline. And a header by the Tigers. They send it deep toward the corner. And the Vikings gather possession as Joshua Urbano tried to control it, but it goes over the sideline. Throw in by Urbano and recovered by the Tigers, centered by Kadar Karain, and the Viking defense trying to clear that ball away, and finally they do boot it up the right side and all the way to the midfield stripe. Header back the other way, but Abdi Isse is there, and he sends it back over the midfield line. Vikings trying to gain control as Ibrahim pursues the ball and sends it back to his goalkeeper, Sebastian Rosillas. Rosillas is a junior. He's the keeper. And then you have number 5, Kadar Aden, who is a midfielder. He's a freshman. Sebastian Centeno, number 6. He's a junior midfielder. Number 7 is Abdi Isse, a striker. He's a freshman. Number 9 is Kadar Ibrahim, a senior midfielder. Number 10 is Muhammad Ahmed, a junior striker. Number 11 is Joshua Urbano, a defender. He is a junior. Number 14 is Jesus Moreno, the junior striker. Here come the Vikings, an opportunity up the right side, foiled by Tech, but the corner kick coming here for the Vikings. Number 16 is Hamza Ishoa, who is a striker, a junior. Number 17 is Abdurrahman Saeed, a senior defender, and number 21 is Daniel Urbano, a sophomore striker for the Vikings. So here's the first corner kick opportunity of the afternoon, and the Vikings will initiate the corner kick from the far side. They just pass it in and try to set up an opportunity out front, and the Tech defense trying to smother the ball. Sebastian Centeno trying to get control in there, and it's cleared back out to the 20, and here's a drive that goes wide and out of play. And goal kick here for St. Cloud Tech. Abdi Isse got a kick away there, but that line drive kick sailed just wide of the net. No score on our Park Region telephone. Otter Tail Telcom scoreboard. 35.5 minutes to go in a 40-minute first half with running time and no timeouts, no breaks unless there's an injury. Here's the pass ahead by the Tigers. They relay it up the right side for Muhammad Omar. Nice defense there by Muhammad Ahmed, who stepped in front of it and cleared it away. Chased down by Abdi Isse. And Pelican defense clearing it now toward midfield. Hamza Ishoa. Now, Vikings will play it back to Sebastian Rosillas, and we'll get a goal kick resulting there. Stay tuned. At halftime, we'll bring you our Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. They've been driving people happy since 1922 at Minnesota Motors. Muhammad Ahmed in the chase for the ball on the right sideline puts it to Daniel Urbano. Now it's played away from Urbano, but stepping in front of the ball, Abdi Isse will keep it in Pelican's possession as we get a throw in across the way by the Vikings. And now we're going to get a change of direction here. Give the ball to the Tigers for a violation on the throw-in, I guess. Tigers will send it ahead, middle of the field. There's Ahmed Rabi Ismail sending it to the near side to Ethan Miller, or to Garrett Mueller, rather. Mueller up the right sideline. Puts it to the middle of the field to Miller. Miller lost it to the Vikings' Kadar Ibrahim. Tech breaking that one up, and the Vikings play it back again to Rosillas. He sends it ahead. Tech will intercept. They get an opportunity out front, and again the Pelican defense is there to stonewall them. And we've got a Viking down on the field as play continues with 33:45 remaining in the opening half. We have an injury timeout, so let's take advantage of that and hear from a couple of our sponsors. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. Alexandria, early minutes of the first half of this Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship, and Kadar Aden is coming off the field. Jaime Zavala-Franco will replace him in the lineup for Pelican Rapids. And we're underway once again. Andrew Holmes passing the ball off for the Tigers. They try to center, and knocking it down is Kadar Ibrahim. Ibrahim pursuing it, sending it ahead on the right sideline as the Vikings try to transition from midfield to attack mode. Tigers all over him, doing a good job matching up all over the field. Now the Tigers will get the ball. Ethan Miller up the right side. Miller trying to play it in around a defender. He does so, but good coverage there, Josh Urbano. And now the Tigers with a chance, and the Vikings clear it away again. Well, that's what makes good defense. When you're there to help your teammate, if a player gets around one player, there's got to be somebody else there to make the play. And the Vikings are doing that pretty well here in the early going. As the Tigers send it to the near sideline, it goes over the sideline out of play. Throw in for Pelican Rapids as Kadar Ibrahim will toss it in. Stay tuned at halftime. Minnesota Motors will bring you our halftime update and recap. Your Chevy truck headquarters for over 98 years is Minnesota Motors. Ahmed Getty on the far side for the Tigers. He's being pressured there. Now sends the ball deep into the Pelican Rapids defensive end. Sebastian Centeno's there to knock it away, and it goes off the Tigers out of play. Vikings ball. And they will pass it in. Centeno drives it deep. Middle of the field, header by the Tigers. Back into the Pelican Rapids defensive side of the field. And it's Joshua Urbano playing it ahead. Vikings send it up the left side. This is Hamza Ishawa, and the throw in from the near side by Daniel Urbano. Urbano's pass is knocked down. Here's Mohamed Omar giving it to Ahmed Ismail for the Tigers. They drive it in deep, and Sebastian Rosilis will come out and play it for the Vikings. And he'll just throw it across the field to Joshua Urbano, who will start the Vikings up the left side. And here's Kadar Ibrahim. Ibrahim around one Tiger. Now being challenged there by Garrett Mueller. Moves it to the middle of the field. They'll drop it back to Urbano. Urbano slides it to the near sideline. And in control there is Ishawa. Now back to Urbano. Urbano drives it across the field as the Vikings try to get through that really tight midfield defense by the St. Cloud Tech Tigers. They did not give them a lot of breathing room or a lot of passing alleys there around the midfield area. And that's credit to the way they play defense. And the Tigers have only allowed, well, they haven't allowed a goal their last 5 games, and on the season, they've only allowed, I think it's 13 goals total on the season. So they've been quite stingy. Yeah, 13. Of course, the Vikings have only allowed 9, so that's even better. And a 5 shutout streak for the St. Cloud Tech Tigers coming into this one. Ishawa being knocked to the turf, no call there, and the Tigers will send the ball deep, and Rosilis will come out and play it once again. Rosilis is not using the punt early on. He slides the ball over to Joshua Urbano, and a header there by Ibrahim. Pass on the near side picked off by the Tigers, Mohamed Omar. They get it to the middle of the field, dropped back by Ethan Miller to Andrew Holmes, who fires it deep up the left side and toward the corner. And the battle for the ball there, it's right in the corner. And a good job by the Vikings. I think it was Jesus Moreno over there who made the play, and it went over the sideline, so we'll get a throw in here for the Tigers. But that was close to being a corner kick, but you have to give Moreno credit there for preventing that from happening. Here's the throw in coming toward the goal. The defense is in place, and they drive it out of harm's way. Now a big blast by the Tigers, and a bouncing ball, a short hop ball by Rosales, and he's able to smother it and make the save on that shot. 29:35 to go in the opening half. No score on our Park Region Telephone Otter Tail Telcom scoreboard. This is the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship between the North 8A champion Vikings of Pelican Rapids and the South 8A champion St. Cloud Tech Tigers. Vikings with a header driving it in deep, and then it will be kicked away out of bounds by the St. Cloud Tech D, and it will result in the second corner kick of the half for the Vikings. No, it's going to be a throw-in. I thought it would have been a corner kick, but no, it was not. It's kind of in that corner that's hidden from my view unless I look through the window that looks through the other window. Then I can see. This is a great press box here in Alexandria. They did it right when they built this complex for sure. Here's Abdi Isse driving one in, and it's going to be grabbed by the goalkeeper Nicholas Lalonde. A good opportunity there. Nice kick from the left side around the 20-yard line. An opportunity there, but Lalonde making the save. Now the ball near midfield. Ethan Miller for the Tigers loses it to the Vikings as they pass it ahead. And defensively, chasing it down is Daniel Urbano. He slides it in toward Rosales. Rosales will come out and kick it deep down the middle of the field. And here's Jaime Zavala Franco, and the Tigers get their first. Andrew Holmes firing it ahead, trying to read Muhammad Omar. Omar fires it through the goal box area, a header up over the net out of play. That was a nicely designed play and pass by Muhammad Omar, but the header by Ethan Miller was high and out of play, and we'll get a goal kick here for the Vikings. Good news for Pelican Rapids. Kadar Auden is coming back in to the lineup, and he will spell Daniel Urbano this time. Sugi Hussein is in, a sophomore midfielder for St. Cloud. On the near side, another new player, Muhammad Hussein, a senior. And he put the ball out of bounds on the near side, so the Vikings will throw it in. Auden takes the inbounds throw from Ibrahim. They move it over to Isse, who sends it over on the right side to Moreno. Vikings trying to transition again. Now that's Abdirahman Saeed moving it up the right side. Moreno drives it in off a Tiger. Tiger defense trying to control. On the near side for St. Cloud Tech, Garrett Mueller fires it deep downfield. A header there by Urbano. And on the near side, Ethan Miller battles for possession for the Tigers. It goes over the line. The throw in for St. Cloud Tech. Muhammad Hussein gets it into Kadar Karain. Karain trying to spin his way through a couple of defenders. He's still got control of the ball. Fancy footwork there. Brings it back to Muhammad Hussein, who fires it into the middle of the field to Ismail. He sends it across on the left sideline. Sugi Hussein will try to chase it down. Tigers putting some pressure on, but the Vikings not allowing opportunities to get through to the goal right now. Kadar Ibrahim with it. Ibrahim's pass pushed forward by the Vikings. Now Gavin Fenstead of the Tigers working it. And Hussein is there as well. It crosses the sideline and will result in a throw-in for St. Cloud Tech as we have 26 minutes to go in this opening half from Alexandria. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Section 8A Boys Soccer. Rapids Vikings and St. Cloud Tech Tigers are scoreless on our Park Region telephone. Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. First half action in the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game. 25 minutes to go. Free kick here for St. Cloud Tech, and it will be Ethan Miller. Vikings set up a three-player wall 10 yards away. Miller approaches the ball, drives it over that wall. It's loose out in front. A shot and a save by Rosillas. A great opportunity as Miller set that up well. But Rosillas was there to meet the challenge put before him by Ahmed Ismail, who was right out in front of the net trying to make something happen there. Now here come the Vikings as they drop it back on defense to Joshua Urbano. Urbano's going to send it all the way back to Rosillas, and he'll pop it high in the air down the middle of the field, trying to get position. The ball bounces on the turf. There's a header by the Tigers' Joseph Pearson. Now back to play it for the Tigers is Gavin Fenstead up that left side and out of play. Throw in for the Vikings, and it's Abdurrahman Saeed throwing it in. Vikings on the sideline trying to work the ball, but it goes over the sideline out of play, and we'll get a throw in now for the Tigers of St. Cloud Tech. Gavin Fenstead puts it in play to Andrew Holmes, and the Vikings take it away. Here come the Vikings up the near side, and Zavala Franco passing it back to the defense. Now it's intercepted by Tech. Amdarabi Ismail feeding it ahead, foot race to the corner. Nice move down there. Here's a drive and a save by Rosillas. That was a blast from that left side by Ethan Miller, the senior. And he is one of their top offensive players. Saw him earlier, saw this team earlier this year against Fergus Falls. They beat the Otters 7-1, and Ethan Miller was right in the middle of most of the goals. Here's a throw in by Garrett Mueller from the near sideline. There's Miller knocking it down. Miller trying to feed it back to Mohammed Hussein. Hussein's being watched closely by a couple of Vikings. That one ricochets off the Viking out of play. Tech ball, throw in Garrett Mueller. Tigers with Lucas O'Donnell back to Miller, sends it across to Hussein on the far side, and we've got some contact initiated by Hussein there. So a free kick, a goal kick here. Free kick for the Vikings from about the 10-yard line, actually. 22:40 to go in the opening half. Here's a pass over to Joshua Urbano. Urbano slides it into the middle of the field to Issei. Issei giving it up to Lucas O'Donnell of the Tigers. O'Donnell dropping it back on defense, and it's sent back down the field. And Sebastian Centeno chases it down and lets it go now to Rosillas. He slides it over to Joshua Urbano. Ahead in the middle of the field to Ibrahim. Tigers will regain possession, but not for long. Moreno's there. Moreno starts Mohamed Ahmed back. Here's Ahmed feeding it into the middle for Zavala Franco, and he couldn't handle that pass. And we have a whistle here, an infraction on the Vikings, and a free kick coming for St. Cloud Tech. Southtown C-Store is a great place to stop for Piccadilly pizza or a Subway sandwich. And while you're there, don't forget to fill your gas tank too. Southtown C-Store on Broadway in Pelican Rapids. And you know what they say about Broadway, right? Here's the pass deep by St. Cloud Tech that will bounce all the way into Sebastian Rosillas. In case you don't know, they say the neon lights are bright. I don't know if that's true in Pelican Rapids. I've seen bright lights down there on Broadway. Business lights. Christmas lights are always good. And we'll see those pretty soon, won't we? Here come the Vikings moving it up the left side. Heine Zavala Franco trying to control, being pressured there by the Tigers. He drops it back. Joshua Urbano is there. Urbano's being pressured. Boy, the Tigers just have a smothering defensive pressure all over the field. Centeno will play the ball back to Rosillas, and he'll take a step up and pop it high in the air deep down the field. Tigers knock it down, trying to battle for possession once again as Mohamed Ahmed comes away with it. Now the Tigers take it back the other way. Hussein is there, working against the Vikings. Jesus Moreno comes across on the near side. And Mohamed Hussein was able to get possession and send it back deep. And the Vikings have played a very defensive-oriented style here. They're, I wouldn't say extremely cautious, but they're being smart. They're playing that ball back to the goalkeeper because St. Cloud Tech is pushing up that defensive pressure from the midfield forward. So instead of trying to break through there with a couple of passes from deep in your own end and winding up, giving up a scoring opportunity, get back to your keeper and let him blast it down the field. There's pressure out of it. And here's another play by Rosilis off the left side, getting it to Ibrahim. And Ibrahim fans on it, trying to kick it down the field, but he misplayed it. So a throw-in coming for the Tigers. Mohammed Hussein gives away to Garrett Mueller, who will throw it in. And now here's Lucas O'Donnell. Hussein passing it in deeper for Ethan Miller. Miller to the middle, setting up a shot that goes along the ground and scooped up by Rosilis. Pretty frustrated on the Rami Ismail. Thought he could have had a better shot at it, and he wasn't too happy about that. Minnesota Motor Company reminds you that they are open their service department from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays now. So when you need them on Saturdays for service, they are there for you from 8 to 1. And they will bring you our halftime report today. As we recap the first half, we have 19 minutes left in this opening half and a scoreless first half on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Coming to you from Alexandria, they've done a great job getting this field prepped. It's an artificial surface, and it's in great shape. Neither one of these teams will have any trouble navigating their offense or defensive strategies out there today because of the hard work of the maintenance crew here and field prep guys. Great job. A lot of artificial surfaces getting a lot of extra work here, football and soccer. There's football games at Moorhead High School and Fergus Falls High School, which have the artificial turf, and here at Alexandria. So the snow really caused a lot of problems, a lot of movement of games. But I know schools and ADs are very appreciative of the folks here in Alexandria for hosting a couple of these soccer playoff games. Up the near side, Hamza Ishoa is down on his back for a minute there. He's looking for a call on that, but Vikings still have the ball. Abdurrahman Saeed on the far side trying to center, trying to get it into the middle to Ibrahim, and it was broken up there by Garrett Mueller. Mueller moves it ahead on the left sideline. Mohammed Hussein working the ball against Jesus Moreno. Hussein dropping it back for Lucas O'Donnell. Now the Tigers will send it all the way back to Garrett Mueller on the right sideline. Mueller will send it in deep, trying to get something set up in the middle. Vikings foil that attempt, and here comes Pelican Rapids. Weaving through defenders, Muhammad Ahmed. Ahead on the near side, behind Sabal Franco. And we're going to have a side call. So the free kick for the Tigers. We are down to 17-10 remaining in this opening half. A scoreless first half of this Section 8A Boys Soccer Playoff Championship game on our Park Region telephone, Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Now a great time to review your insurance options. Meet with Shelley at Lakes Country Insurance at 105 South Broadway in Pelican Rapids, or give her a call at 863-1800. Crosses the end line and will result in a goal kick for Sebastian Rosilis and the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Vikings 10-2. Scored 61 goals, allowed 9. Tech 11-1-2. Scored 36 goals and allowed 13. Ball fed in to the Pelican defensive end. The Vikings send it back up for Hamza Ishoa. And now here's Ibrahim with it for Ibrahim. Vikings move it to the middle. Try to pass it ahead. Ahmed over to Kadar Ibrahim. Dropping it back to Joshua Urbano. Urbano right near the midfield stripe, trying to pick a spot for a pass. As again, that Tech defense is just really ever present in the midfield area. They are pressing the action. On the far side, it's Abdurrahman Saeed playing it ahead for Moreno, trying to feed it through for a breaking Kadar Aden. However, it was stolen by the Tigers, and here comes Gavin Fenstead up the far side, knocked away by the Vikings. Throw in Fenstead. Mohammed Hussein will play it. Hussein working it back to Fenstead on the far sideline. Being watched by Saeed, who knocks it away and out of bounds. Another throw in by Fenstead for the Tigers as the clock is down to 15:10 remaining in this first half. Holmes feeds it ahead for Hussein, and Hussein forced wide, and the ball will cross the end line. And again, good defense by the Vikings in front of their goal, as Mohammed Hussein was trying to get some control and make something happen there, but the defense of Sebastian Centeno forced him to the outside, and he could not make a play on the ball. Abdi Isse will send it ahead off the header of William O'Donnell. The Vikings move it into the goal box area, and then the defense, William O'Donnell coming in and able to the penalty box area. The good play defensively by O'Donnell, and a throw in by the Vikings, a free kick by the Vikings from across the way. Now in the middle for the Vikings is Kadar Ibrahim. He lost the ball. Tigers trying to transition up the left side. And here comes Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller coming in hard with a shot for that right foot, and it's gunned in on Sebastian Rosillas, who comes up with the save. Well, that's the guy, Ethan Miller. You just gotta know where he is at all times for the Viking defense. Here's Daniel Urbano trying to pass it off. That ball hits a Tiger defender. Tigers clear it out of there. William O'Donnell punched it high in the air. Header by Centeno. There's Joshua Urbano, and he's going to follow the game plan. Play it back to Sebastian Rosillas, and now it comes back to Joshua Urbano. Off the left side, feeding it through for the Vikings. Hamza Isha, and it goes past him and out of bounds. So a throw in here for St. Cloud Tech. And tossing it in will be Garrett Mueller. Substitution here. Kadar Karain is back in, and out goes Mohammed Hussein, or Sugi Hussein, rather, for St. Cloud. 13:20 to go in this scoreless first half from Alexandria. The Vikings and the Tigers. Pelican Rapids and St. Cloud Tech for the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship. And there's no score on our Park Region telephone, Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Remember, at halftime, our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report comes your way. It's shopping made simple at www.mmmotorco.com. Browse their inventory 24/7. Offside here on the Vikings. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. Back in Alexandria, we are at the 12-minute mark in this opening half. In the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game, there's no score between the Vikings and the Tigers. Action on the far side of the field. The Tigers will retreat back in their defensive end, get possession, and gun it deep down the field. Centeno got a header on it and sent it back the other way for the Vikings. Kadar Ibrahim in the middle of the field. Ibrahim will send it up the right sideline, and a foot race here. Moreno in a foot race with Gavin Fenstead on that far sideline, and it will cross the sideline, and it went off Moreno. So a throw in here for the Tech Tigers. And ball coming in toward the middle of the field. Vikings send it into the goal box area, and it will be cleared back to the far sideline by the Tigers. Vikings drop it back to Kadar Aden. Aden sends it all the way back to the defense to Joshua Urbano. Up the left side, Urbano to Ishoan, and now Urbano gets it back. Pass ahead for Issei. He drives it into the St. Cloud Tech defensive area, and the Tigers get possession and move it ahead on the right sideline. And there's Joshua Urbano challenging the Tiger player who took his tumble. Ball still alive. They're looking for a call, but Hamza Ishoa still playing the ball. Now the Tigers will get it in the middle of the field. Lucas O'Donnell, and he's challenged by that defense, and Centeno will drive it deep down the field. And here's Daniel Urbano trying to chase it down. Tigers get there first. On the near sideline, Pelican Rapids with Ponsa Ishala, and now goes out of bounds off the Tigers. So a throw in here by Pelican Rapids. Ibrahim getting a return pass from Urbano, and Urbano breaking up, an opportunity for Ethan Miller to break in. Now Urbano will play it across the field where Abdurrahman Saeed gets control. Nice move by Saeed to avoid Kadar Karain. And for the Vikings on the far sideline, it's Muhammad Ahmed passing to Moreno. Return pass for Ahmed, and he's challenged there by the St. Cloud Tech defense. And they're able to clear it back into the Pelican Rapids defensive end of the field. Chased down there by Joshua Urbano, who sends it back again to Sebastian Rosilis. 9:40 left in this opening half. A scoreless first half in this Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on our Park Region telephone, Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Vikings trying to move it into attack mode, but again, that Tech defense is solid. These two teams play great defense. We've got a whistle there, an infraction, and a free kick coming on this conversation between the officials and one of the Tech players, Kadar Karain, and there will be a free kick for the Vikings from just on their side of the midfield line. 9 minutes left in this opening half. Rapid Nutrition in Pelican Rapids. Healthy shakes, energizing teas, and iced coffee. They all taste great. Come into Rapid Nutrition and go out with a smile. Rapid Nutrition on Broadway in Pelican Rapids. Call 218-212-9444. Joshua Urbano with it. Urbano sends it up the right sideline. The Vikings get it off to Muhammad Ahmed. Ahmed moving in. Ahmed passing through, and it goes all the way through to the keeper as Nicholas Lalonde scoops it up. That looked like something might materialize, but it didn't. There's a punt by Lalonde. Centeno going back for it. He's got Ethan Miller to contend with, but Centeno wins that battle. On the near side, Joshua Urbano passing it off. Issei drops it over on the right side to Abdurrahman Saeed. And ahead on the sideline, Muhammad Ahmed tried to drive it in deep, and there the defense was in position once again to make the play, and a good job by the senior Joseph Pearson. Now an opportunity and a drive that hits the right post. And we've got a whistle before that shot anyway. I think we got a offside. 7:35 remaining in the opening half. Minnesota Motor Company brings you our halftime show. Remember, Minnesota Motor automatic car wash gift cards are convenient and they make great gift ideas. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. Got a header on that throw-in by St. Cloud Tech, and the Vikings try to keep control inbounds, but can't do it. Hyman Frank trying to keep it in play, but it crossed that sideline and will result in another throw-in for the Tech Tigers. Both teams have played very good defense. The Vikings have had that strategy of dropping the ball back to Sebastian Rosilis, their keeper, rather than try in every case to transition out of their defensive end. Here's a blast and a goal by the Tigers. They sent it up the middle of the field, and with his left foot, Ahmed Ismail drove one to the right corner. A hard line drive kick. And with 6:10 to go in the opening half, the Tigers get on the board. Know there will be an assist on that, but I don't know who the number of the player, what the number of the player was that will get that. Ravi Ismail, the senior midfielder, got the goal to make it 1-0 on our Park Region Otter Tail Pelican scoreboard. Here's an opportunity for the Vikings, and the ball comes right in on goal, and there's the lawn to scoop it up. So defensive minded all half, and all of a sudden, a couple of chances both ends, one converted by the Tigers, and then the Vikings almost responded with an opportunity, but wound up to the challenge here. Ball booted deep, and that will be Sebastian Rosillas coming out. That was just a ball that was won with one of those 50-50 balls. It was won by the Tigers on the far side of the field, and they centered it up the slot, and there was Ahmed Rabi Ismail, and with that left foot, he put it in the right corner of the net, just a line drive kick. And really, Rosillas had no chance. But good hard work paying off, and it might have been Ethan Miller that centered that. He's always in the fray now. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if it was him. Now the Vikings, a little more perhaps urgency in their attack at midfield. It will be played back the other way by Gavin Fenstead. Now the Vikings step in front of that pass, and we'll try to move it ahead in transition. Ibrahim's pass is intercepted and sent to the near sideline and out of play by Garrett Miller. Throw in by the Vikings. 4:50 left in this opening half. The pass taken by Abdi Isse. Now Isse gets a return pass from Jaime Franco, and it's intercepted by the Tigers. Nice job by Centeno to break up an opportunity there as Miller was breaking. They're trying to get him the ball, but Centeno slid to the turf and knocked it away. Now Centeno has control. Moves it ahead over the line. Tigers send it back the other way, right between the deep defenders for the Vikings, and they will play it back again to Sebastian Rosillas. 4:20 left in this first half. It's St. Cloud Tech 1, Pelican Rapids nothing on our Park Region telephone, Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Coming to you live from Alexandria. The artificial turf is a welcome sight for this championship game. The way the snow has piled up, way look around this field, it was a lot of work to clear off this field. There are snow piles on the far side, on the near side, in the bleachers in some areas. A lot of fans are standing along the fence at the front of the bleachers just because there's snow everywhere you want to sit. There's so much snow that has been, they tried to clear it off some of the seats for the bleachers, but it would have taken a week. Tigers send it up the right side, and the Viking defense will play it once again as Joshua Urbano is there. He's being pushed from behind. No call on that one. Here's the Tigers again trying to center, but the Vikings come away with the ball. Ahead to Franco. Now we've got Vikings down on the field again. Had one earlier. And we've got another injury timeout. So let's take a 60-second timeout with 3:11 to go in the first half. It's 1-0 Tigers on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. You're listening to the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. Viking Kadar Ibrahim, who is looking at that lower right leg. Trainer is out there with him, so while they continue to address the injury here, both teams have come to the sidelines. So let's take another 30-second timeout. This is the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. Well, Kadar Ibrahim was helped off the field. He's now on the Pelican Rapids sidelines, so they will continue to tend to him as we have 3:11 to go in this first half in Alexandria in the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game, which the St. Cloud Tech Tigers are leading 1-0 over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. They send the ball ahead offside. Well, they haven't called it yet. Well, they do. Get an offside call here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. Minnesota Motor Company brings you our halftime report. You like the way they do business at Minnesota Motor Company. Free kick coming for Centeno. Plays it ahead to Urbano, Joshua Urbano. Now in the midfield area is Isho. Urbano passing it to Daniel Urbano. Daniel's a sophomore, Josh was a junior. In the middle of the field, Kadar Aden passing over to Mohammed Ahmed. And we've got some contact there initiated by the Vikings, so a free kick coming for St. Cloud Tech from about the 40-yard line, and they'll let their big junior midfielder, Andrew Holmes, put the foot to the ball as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this first half. Holmes from the far side of the field. A low line drive kick. It comes all the way through, and Sebastian Rosillas will grab it. He wanted to roll it ahead to one of his teammates, but they recovered, so he'll punt it instead into the middle of the field. Ishowa with a pass that's sent right back into the Pelican Rapids defense. There's Centeno driving it deep. Fight for the ball on the near side. And we've got another Viking down. Franco is down. And now we'll get that stoppage of play again as he is on his feet now, walking away, and
in the world.
Got a free kick coming here for the Vikings. Well, let's see, the conversation continuing between a Viking player and the official. And it looks like Kadar Aden will have a free kick from about the 30-yard line. And now he's going to back off. Well, he's going to play it. Kind of hooking it in toward the middle of the goal area. Knocked down by the Tiger defense. Vikings get a header on it. Now the Tiger defense is there to clear it away. But Centeno intercepts that breakout pass. He drives it back toward the goal. Knocked down by the Tiger defense again and played back up the field by Ahmed Rabi Ismail, the goal scorer for the Tigers earlier in this half. Ball punched in deep by the Vikings. A header by Holmes will send it back toward midfield. Miller was there, went past him. Vikings gather it in. We're in the final 40 seconds of this opening half. Abdurrahman Saeed is going to play it all the way back to Sebastian Rosillas. Rosillas will pass it to Centeno. And Centeno moves it across on the right side to Saeed. They lose the ball. Here's Miller, and he lost it to Centeno. Good challenge by Centeno. They move it to the left side. Vikings trying to get some attack going here before the half, and it's stripped away. Nice job defending by the Tigers' William O'Donnell. And in the middle of the field, the ball bouncing away from the Tigers, controlled now by Abdi Isse, and time has expired in this opening half at Alexandria Area High School. It is 1-0. St. Cloud Tech with the lead over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. underway here in Alexandria. The Pelican Rapids Vikings find themselves down 1-0 to the St. Cloud Tech Tigers, the defending section champions. Well, there's only one corner kick opportunity that entire first half, and that was the Pelican Rapids Vikings, who really didn't try to make any kind of a scoring opportunity off that kick. They passed the ball in and then did a return pass and tried to create something that way, but that was the only corner kick opportunity for either side in the first half. Each team on a winning streak coming in today. The Vikings have won their last 3 and the Tigers have won their last 5, and for the Tigers, all by shutout. The Vikings down 1-0 as we get ready to get this second half underway. 40 minutes at least remaining. And with no state tournament, this is the final game for both of these teams. And as John Peter mentioned on the pregame show, usually only one team in each class gets to end the season on a win, and that's the state champion. And obviously, there will not be a state champion this year, but one of these two teams with a section title will have that honor of winning their final game of the season. And the Vikings would like to be that team, but they've got their work cut out for them against this very stiff St. Cloud Tech defense, and they are a pressure defense that applies pressure all over the field. And right now, they've got their 4 midfielders lined up at the Pelican Rapids, deep in Pelican Rapids territory. They're just defending the ball so well, and we've got a goal kick here for the Vikings. They're defending their ball in a way of putting offensive pressure on the Pelican Rapids defense. And they're defending the ball in the midfield area, really making it difficult for the Vikings to get any kind of a transition game going. Sebastian Rosillas will boot it deep down the field, and it is Kedar Ibrahim who's in there after being sidelined in the first half with a lower leg injury. He's back out there. That's good to see. The Vikings will need everybody healthy here in the second half of this one. Up the right sideline, here's Jesus Moreno. Moreno got the only goal in that win over Bemidji, and he comes up the right side and sends it in deep behind the net and out of play. So a goal kick here for Bemidji, or for St. Cloud Tech. In that game against Bemidji, Moreno scored the game winner with like 9 minutes to go in the game, as he was assisted by Kedar Ibrahim. Tech will drive it deep down the field. The Viking defense is there to play it again. They've done a nice job on their defensive end. The ball played back toward the goal by the Tigers. Tech will move it up the left side, and it's fed ahead by Gavin Fenstead in the middle of the field. There is Ahmed Rabi Ismail, and he goes down, and there's contact from a Viking player. There'll be a free kick here for the Tigers. The Viking player involved there was Abdi Isse. And now here's the free kick for Andrew Holmes. Holmes sends it to the far sideline. Back to the goal. And it will be Nicholas Lalonde with the boot down the field. Vikings send it right back the other way. Holmes there to play it. He couldn't. Looked like the Vikings got a hand on that ball. Yes, they did. So that's whistled down. Muhammad Ahmed, I believe, got a hand on that one. And here's Holmes with another free kick for St. Cloud Tech. Tigers trying to get a shot off, and there's a block nicely done by Joshua Urbano. Vikings, we've got an injured player again. Kedar Ibrahim is down, and the Vikings send it across off the field out of play. But we have another injury, and Kedar Ibrahim is being tended to again by the trainer. So we'll take this timeout. We'll take a 60-second break, as we do have an injury timeout here early in the second half. It's 1-0 St. Cloud Tech leading the Pelican Rapids Vikings on our Park Region Otter Tail Telcom scoreboard. We'll return to Alexandria in 1 minute. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game on KJ Country. St. Cloud Tech trying to get an opportunity here as Kadar Ibrahim has been taken off the field with that lower leg injury, acting up again. He's seated on the sidelines, and I'm not sure, but he may be done for the day. Here's Ethan Miller, and he's knocked down from behind. So let's see what they're going to call here. Apparently there was an infraction on St. Cloud Tech that will result in a free kick here for Pelican Rapids. Sebastian Rosilis puts the foot to the ball, and the Vikings move it up the right sideline. Joshua Urbano driving it ahead. Jesus Moreno trying to catch up with it, and good hustle by defenseman William O'Donnell, who came across and knocked it away. The Vikings with Isabella Franco back, and the drive that goes wide of the net. That shot put on by Kadar Adi, and it goes over the end line and out of play. 35-20 left in this game. 1-0, Tigers leading the Vikings on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. You know, Rapid Nutrition in Pelican Rapids has healthy shakes, energizing teas, and iced coffee. They all taste great. Come into Rapid Nutrition and go out with a smile. Rapid Nutrition on Broadway in Pelican Rapids. Call 218-212-9444. From across the way, the Vikings will get a throw in here. Pass coming into Abde Isse. Now they relay it on the near side to Joshua Urbano. Urbano comes to the near side, and it goes over that sideline. Trying to keep it in play was Jesus Moreno, but he was unable to do so. Throw in by the Tigers, Gavin Finstead. Finstead passes it back to Joseph Pearson. Pearson relays it to William O'Donnell in the middle of the field. Sends it to the right sideline. Vikings knock it down. Back the other way, and it's Garrett Mueller for St. Cloud Tech. Now Muhammad Omar of the Tigers battling for it. Into the middle of the field it comes. Andrew Holmes. The Vikings get control, and the pass is intercepted by Kadar Karain. Tech drives it deep. Ethan Miller battling for it. Good job by the Viking defense. Centeno sidestepping a couple of Tigers. Passing it ahead, return pass that actually made contact with the official. And a free kick being awarded for Holmes and the Tigers with 33:40 to go in this game. Tigers up the right side with Omar sending it toward the goal. A header by the Viking defenders. And they move it ahead to Abdi Isse. Here they come up the right side. Jesus Moreno. Moreno tried to weave his way inside around the defender, but the Bemidji defense again up to the task. Joseph Pearson denying that opportunity. Here's Sebastian Centeno chasing the ball down. Centeno's pass too far, trying to get it to Muhammad Ahmed. Now driven deep into the Pelican Rapids defensive end, Abdurrahman Saeed. And he's being watched closely by Ethan Miller. They pursue the ball on the far sideline. Saeed sends it ahead. Now pressing up is Garrett Mueller, trying to force the action on the sideline. And there's contact there initiated by Mueller, so a free kick for the Vikings on the far side of the field. They'll just play it back to Centeno and start the progress up the field from their defense. On the right side, Joshua Urbano. Moving it back to Abdurrahman Saeed and getting a return pass. Into the middle of the field, it goes to Abdi Isse. Isse will feed it over the line for Daniel Urbano. Broken up by that St. Cloud Tech defense. Again, challenging the ball, middle of the field. Good footwork there by the Vikings. Andrave Ismail, who has the only goal in this one. It's 1-0 St. Cloud Tech, leading Pelican Rapids on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. We'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Section 8A Championship Boys Soccer game on KJ Country.
Let's go, Tom, guys. Let's go.
All right, John.
Go, White.
Andrew Holmes with a free kick from the near sideline as we get back to the action, and that one is knocked down by the Pelican Rapids defense. And on the far side of the field, Garrett Mueller trying to pursue it for the Tigers, gets there ahead of the Vikings, sends it ahead to Muhammad Omar, and now the Vikings intercept. Here's Sebastian Centeno with the ball. Centeno trying to pass it ahead, but it was too far and intercepted by the Tigers. On that far sideline, the battle goes on, and the Tigers are doing a really good job as far as battling for the ball. They've got some really good footwork out there, and they've been able to come up with those 50-50 balls. I think they have a little advantage in that department right now. The Vikings battling here, coming up with that. That was a 50-50 ball, won by Pelican Rapids' Joshua Urbano. And now the ball in the middle of the field. Holmes is there for the Tigers, trying to drive it ahead. Nice feed through a couple of defenders. And it's going to be Muhammad Omar on the far sideline, but again, he's being pressured there as Muhammad Ahmed is on him. And it goes over the far sideline, out of play. Throw in for St. Cloud Tech. Under 30 minutes to go in this second half. And the Tigers are sending in a couple of players. They've got Mohammed Hussein checking in, and Suge Hussein also checking into the lineup. The Vikings have Suhaib Farah checking in, and Jaime Zavala Franco will leave. There's a throw in, a header out in front. The defense clears. Nice job by the Vikings out in front of their own net, as that was cleared away, as the Tigers tried to mount a little pressure, but again, that Pelican Rapids defensive pressure or coverage was good, and that was Abdurrahman Saeed getting in the way of that pass in deep and preventing Tech from getting any kind of a scoring opportunity. There's a shot from around the 40-yard line that the keeper, Sebastian Rosillas, came out of the net and tried to catch it, and it went through his hands and out of bounds over the end line. So had he let it go, it would be a goal kick, but he tried to play it, and it went off his hands and out of bounds. So instead, St. Cloud Tech will have their first corner kick opportunity of the game. And Tech will drive it into that goal box, crowded goal box area. It comes all the way through. Tigers can't get a shot away as the Viking defense is there once again to foil that attempt by the Tigers, and the ball crosses the sideline out of play. We'll get a throw in here for St. Cloud Tech. Hussein throws it into Holmes. Andrew Holmes drives it in, one hopper picked up by Sebastian Rosillas. 28 minutes to go in this Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game, which is being led by St. Cloud Tech right now, 1-0 on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Here's a throw in by the Vikings. Giving chase there is Kadar Aden. Aden to the corner. Can he get there? Well, it looks like he did. And on the near sideline, the ball now crosses the sideline out of play. Throw in for Pelican Rapids. And it will be Aden to put it in play. Moreno gets it back to him. Centering pass by Aden, knocked down out in front. Here's a shot by the Vikings. It will go high and wide and out of play. And a goal kick here for Nicholas Levon. Now's a great time to review your insurance options. Meet with Shelley at Lakes Country Insurance at 105 South Broadway in Pelican Rapids, or give her a call at 863-1800. Tigers 1, Vikings nothing. We're down to 27 minutes remaining in this Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game. And again, it is the final game. There's no state tournament this year. This is it, the section final, and the Vikings are here for the first time in their program's history. And they've done a great job getting here. Pelican Rapids, the #1 seed in the North, coming through this tournament and getting to the championship game. There's contact initiated by Pelican Rapids. The ball goes out of play. There's no call. Looks like it'll just be a goal kick. The Vikings are the smallest public school in Minnesota to have a soccer program. Their grades 10 to 12 enrollment is at 209. St. Cloud Tech is the 6th largest school in Class A soccer, with enrollment 10 through 12 of 1,205 students, 6 times nearly the amount of students that Pelican Rapids has. This is the first meeting between the two teams, and there will be a little more even playing field, shall we say, next year as far as enrollment goes, because soccer is going from 2 classes to 3 classes next year. Here's Lalonde coming way out of the goal to pick up that ball, and he'll boot it away with 25.5 minutes to go in this game. But so far the Vikings have done pretty well against larger schools, and you heard, if you heard the pregame show, you heard John Peter talking about how his guys have been on a mission to win this section title, to get to this game and win this section title while they're still in this section with some bigger teams, bigger schools like Tech and Bemidji, so that it isn't just going down in class size next year with the 3 classes. That would be credited for them having a successful season. They've had a great season with a lot of these bigger schools in the way as far as getting to this point. So they've done a tremendous job. And it's not done yet. It's 1-0 St. Cloud Tech, but there's still 24 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and we get a free kick here for the Vikings from the far side of the field, driven in and high over the goal and out of play. So a goal kick here for the Tigers. Each team with only 1 corner kick in this game. And the only goal coming at the 6:10 mark of the first half. And it was scored by Ahmed Rabi Ismail, assisted by Ethan Miller. Nice centering pass up the slot by Miller. And Ahmed Rabi Ismail, one-timer with that left foot, a line drive kick in the lower right corner of the net. Ethan Miller bumped from behind. He'll get a free kick. Actually leave it for Andrew Holmes. He's kind of the designated free kicker for St. Cloud Tech. He's a big kid. Andrew's a junior. They've got some tall defensive players out there. Holmes drives it in deep. A header by the Viking defense. Here's the ball bouncing around off a couple of bodies, and Sebastian Rosilla stays with it and makes the play. Brett Anderson doing the Breckenridge West Central Area Ashby football game at Moorhead High School this afternoon, and Breck was leading West Central Area Ashby 27-2 at halftime in that game. On the near side, the ball controlled by Joshua Urbano. He passes it across. And Daniel Urbano has it knocked away, and now the defense for the Vikings will play it back to Sebastian Rosillas, who will pass it up the right side to Joshua Urbano. Into the middle to Centeno, off him, and it comes across on the near sideline, and it is out of bounds off Pelican Rapids. So a throw in here for St. Cloud Tech, 22:40 to go in this game. 1-0 Tigers lead on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Here's the throw in to Joseph Pearson. Pearson on the near side lost the ball to Kadar Aden. Now it comes over the line on the near side off St. Cloud Tech. And the throw in from Aden comes out of bounds off Pelican Rapids. So back the other way. Tech's ball. Being passed in again by Joseph Pearson. Down to the 22-minute mark in this second half. Tech back on their defensive line, sending it across on the right sideline. Loose ball fought for, and the Tigers send it ahead. Here comes Ethan Miller, and Miller can't control it. It rolls into Sebastian Rosillas, and we will get a goal kick here. Actually throws it ahead, trying to get it to Kadar Aden. And the Vikings control with Abdi Issei, giving it to Aden. On the near side, Aden sidestepping the defense, giving it through to Jesus Moran. Drops it back for Aden. It's intercepted by the Tigers. Knocked down by Ethan Miller, played by Raymond Waldowski. And now the Vikings get it back with Centeno relaying to Joshua Urbano, giving it back to Sebastian Centeno. Now they pass it ahead to Daniel Urbano. He Issei is in there. Tigers break that up, drive it deep into the Pelican Rapids defensive end with 21 minutes and 15 seconds to play in this game. It's 1-0 St. Cloud Tech on top of Pelican Rapids on our Park Region. Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Tigers steal the ball away, get it to Ethan Miller. The pass off on the right side for Ishmael. Back to Miller, and he shoots it in on goal, and Rosilis is there to make the save. Rosilis will now throw it up the field. And it's Abdi Issei. Getting it to Daniel O'Donnell, drives it in deep, and Laurent, the goalkeeper for Tech, will come out and play it on the second half. He relays it quickly up the left side to Suge Hussein. Hussein working it against Auden. Passes to Ishmael, now back to Holmes. Across the field for Muhammad Omar. And he is guarded closely by Muhammad Ahmed. And Ahmed comes away with the ball. Up the left sideline, Ahmed. Feeding it through. Opportunity for the Vikings on the break up the left side. Good job defensively by the Tigers to knock that ball away. Looked like the Vikings are going to have an opportunity there, but the defense on that far side, led by sophomore Gavin Fenstead, came up with the big play. Centeno back in his defensive end. Drops it back to Sebastian Rosilis, and Rosilis will punt it ahead. Tigers got a header on it. Now the Vikings trying to control, and it's punched on the far sideline, toward the sideline, out of bounds. And it will belong to the Vikings as they throw it in from across the way with under 20 minutes to play in this game. Tigers 1, Vikings nothing. On our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard, Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game from Alexandria. Tigers, the South subsection winners. They beat Sartell 1-0 in their semifinal game. The South subsection championship. The Vikings are the North subsection champions as they won 1-0 over Bemidji in their championship game. And now today, Pelican Rapids has the task of playing the defending the section champion Tigers of St. Cloud Tech, who were third in the state last year. Outstanding defense played today on both sides of the field. Under 19 minutes to play as the Vikings throw it in on the far side with Suhey Vafara. And it goes out of bounds again. It will be St. Cloud Tech ball now as they get a throw in near midfield. Only goal scored with 6:10 to go in the first half by Tech. And that has been it. Southtown C-Store is a great place to shop for Piccadilly pizza or a Subway sandwich. While you're there, don't forget to fill your gas tank too. Southtown C-Store on Broadway in Pelican Rapids. Holmes punches the ball into the middle of the field. The Vikings. Now Holmes has it back. Nice move to avoid the defense of Muhammad Ahmed. Now over the far sideline, the ball travels again. Garrett Mueller will throw it in. Holmes will play it. Passes it through, trying to get it to Mueller, and the Vikings break it up. Now all the way back on the Tech defensive side of the field, Joseph Pearson is there. Relays it ahead to Gavin Fenstead on the left side. He goes around Moreno. Now he's knocked down by Abdi Issei, and a free kick resulting here for St. Cloud Tech. Down to 17:20 remaining in this game. It is 1-0. The Tech Tigers out in front of the Pelican Rapids Vikings on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Stay tuned. Following the game, we'll name our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Holmes drives that one in deep. Vikings get a header on it. And now we're going to get a infraction here. Yeah, it looks like the Tigers are going to get a free kick from about the 10-yard line. They are. This is trouble. Ethan Miller, the senior, is Let's see if he's going to take the shot or not. He's talking to Andrew Holmes, who has been kind of the designated free kicker. And here we're down inside that 10-yard box, and it looks like Ethan Miller is very accurate. Is going to just pass it to Holmes, who drives it, and the Viking defense adjusts and makes the stop. They have 3 defenders there, and rather than try to blast it past that wall to the goal, Miller passed it to Holmes, who tried to blast it, but the wall moved with him, and the Viking defense prevailed. Now Tech still has possession of the ball deep in Pelican Rapids territory. Here's a shot that goes wide by the goal scorer, Robbie Ismail, and we'll get a goal kick here for Pelican Rapids. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 15:40 to go in this one. Tech 1, Pelican Rapids nothing. You're listening to the Section 8A Boys Championship soccer game on KJ Country. Back in Alexandria, where the St. Cloud Tech Tigers continue to lead the Pelican Rapids Vikings 1-0 in this Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship game. And we are down to 14:20 remaining in this game. Season ends today. We've got a yellow card being issued here to Abdi Isse. And the official coming over to explain to John Peter what that was all about. Suhey Bafara will be checking in for the Vikings, who find themselves trailing 1-0 with only 14:20 remaining in this contest. Vikings 10-2, Tigers 11-1-2. Both teams have been outstanding defensively all season. The Vikings giving up only 9 goals in 12 games, and the Tigers giving up only 13 in 14 games. Vikings trying to transition out of their own end, get the ball into the middle to Farah. Now the Tigers take over with Ismail chasing it down. Ismail dropping a pass back, intercepted by the Vikings up the right side. Dar Aden. Now Ismail and Aden battle for it. Ismail comes away with it. Aden staying right with him, trying to break it up, but Ismail passes it ahead. Vikings will chase it down on the far side, too far, trying to get it over there to Ishoa. Ball sent in deep by St. Cloud Tech's Garrett Mueller, and it goes over the sideline off Mueller, out of play. Throw in for the Vikings, 13.5 minutes left. Stay tuned. Following the game, we'll name our Quality Player of the Game, sponsored by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Back near midfield, it's Gavin Fenstead for Tech, sliding it over to Ahmed Getty. Getty feeds it in for Ethan Miller. Miller on the near side, now sidestepping one defender. Vikings break it up. Ball comes over the sideline, out of play, and another throw in here for the Tigers as we go under 13 minutes. Throw inbounds to Joseph Pearson. Sends it back to William O'Donnell. O'Donnell's pass ahead, knocked down by Daniel Urbano. He tries to relay it up the left side, but it's Garrett Mueller who comes away with it for the Tigers. Now the Vikings with a good aggressive play by Muhammad Ahmed. Ahmed will feed it ahead on the left side, and Ishoa goes down there trying to pursue that ball. Ahmed there to play it. And he'll drive it in toward the goal box. And a header there by Farah. And it will go over the end line and out of play off the Vikings. So it will be a throw-in, or a goal kick rather, for St. Cloud Tech. 12 minutes remaining in this game. Tigers 1, Vikings nothing on our Park Region Otter Chill Telcom scoreboard. Goal kick sent ahead, bouncing. Ethan Miller will chase it down. Miller fighting off Centeno. Now still has the ball. Will pass it back through the legs of the official and into the possession of Andrew Holmes, who sends it to the left sideline to Gavin Fenstead. His pass knocked down by Abdurrahman Saeed, who sends it back toward midfield. Battle for the ball there, won by the Tigers. Good job again by Gavin Fenstead. On the Vikings, Ishoa dropping it back to Centeno. Drives it down the middle of the field. Kamar Auden to Jesus Moreno, back to Auden on the right side. And Auden lost it to Fenstead. The battle raging here with Ahmed Getty and Kadar Auden. Getty spins away from Auden. We get the infraction on the Vikings and a free kick here for St. Cloud Tech as we go under 11 minutes remaining in this game. Tigers up 1-0 on a first half goal with 6:10 to go in the half by Ahmed Rami Ismail, their senior midfielder. And it has been a defensive battle for sure. Holmes with the free kick, and the header by the Vikings will cross the near sideline, resulting in a throw-in for St. Cloud Tech. Pass will be put in play by Gavin Fenstead from the near sideline. As the clock ticks down, now Fenstead's going to relinquish that throw-in position, and he'll be instead replaced by Joseph Pearson. Tigers are taking their sweet time to throw the ball in because they've got the 1-0 lead, and there's 10:10 to go. And one of the Tigers coming off the field with the replacement coming in. So here's the Viking defense moving the ball to the middle. Holmes steps in front of that pass. Moves it ahead on the attack. The ball deflected off the defender right into Sebastian Rosillas for the save and the goal kick here. Jesus Moreno near midfield, that bouncing ball over the sidelines out of play. We'll take a 30-second timeout. The Tigers lead 1-0. More soccer coming your way in the Section 8A championship game on KJ Country. And the Vikings move the ball ahead with Joshua Urbano, and he slipped and had a little help, I guess, because there's a free kick for the Vikings. And it will be Muhammad Ahmed passing it off. Now in possession of Jesus Moreno on the near side. Moreno battling with Ahmed Getty, passes it back to Muhammad Ahmed, who sides it through to the defense, and the St. Cloud Tech defense will foil that opportunity by Pelican Rapids and move it up the right sideline where Ethan Miller chases it down. Miller just kind of hangs out around midfield. He's their main attacker, but plays good defense in that midfield area. And when the opposing team is in attack mode, you don't find him too far on his defensive end of the field. He's always hanging out kind of around that 50. Pelican Rapids sending it back to the St. Cloud Tech defense, knocked down there by William O'Donnell. Now their defenders are so solid. O'Donnell and Fenstead and Holmes and Pearson, they are very solid. 7:40 remaining. The Viking defense has played well too with Joshua Urbano and Sebastian Centeno Abdurrahman Saeed. They've done a fine job as well. It has been a defensive battle here today. Vikings send it up the right side. It's going to go out of play on the near sideline. 7:15 remaining. Stay tuned. Following the game, we'll name our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics as a part of our post-game show. Vikings down 1-0 to the St. Cloud Tech Tigers as we go under 7 minutes. Pelican Rapids with Abde Isse passing it off. Tigers get a header on the ball with Joseph Pearson. Now here comes Ethan Miller trying to control as he breaks toward the goal. And it's a shot that goes wide by the Tigers. They try to chase the ball down on the far sideline and keep it in play, and they do. Good hustle on that far sideline by the Tigers. Vikings get control up the left side. Tigers want to keep the play bottled in that offensive end down by the Pelican Rapids goal, but the Vikings, they've got to take some chances here in the final 6:10 of regulation. Here's Ethan Miller out in front, and Miller will drive one off a defender, and it goes wide and over the end line out of play, and we will get just our third corner kick of the day, and the second one for St. Cloud Tech. They did not have a corner kick in the first half. Both of their corner kicks have come here in the second half, and this one will be initiated by Kadar Karain from the left side. And Karain will feed it into a pile of players out in front, and the Vikings got a piece of that one and deflected the ball out of the way, and it goes out of bounds on the near side. And I believe that was Muhammad Ahmed who got the header on that ball to break it up. 5.5 minutes to go. Tigers 1, Vikings nothing on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. And again, the Vikings need to get aggressive offensively. They need to take some chances. The ball goes over the end line. We get a goal kick here for Sebastian Rosilis as the clock ticks down to 5 minutes remaining. Joshua Urbano on the near side. Head into the middle to Muhammad Ahmed. Ahmed trying to get it to Jesus Moreno, and the defense will get there first as Joseph Pearson plays it over the line on the near side. And Moreno will now throw the ball in from the right side. Here's Moreno giving it back from Isse. Sends it into the goal box area, and it's off a header of the St. Cloud Tech defender. Boy, that was an opportunity too. Nice setup. All the Vikings with Daniel Urbano trying to work it in deep. A scramble for the ball. And again, the Tech defense prevailing. Boy, they're tough, the Tech defense, but the Vikings did what they had to do. They've created some opportunities here late. And they're down to 4:20 remaining in this game. In the middle of the field, Abdi Isse. The right side, Joshua Urbano. His pass knocked back to him. He sends it ahead to Jesus Moreno. Centeno is in deep, and we're going to have an infraction against the Tigers, which will result in a free kick for the Vikings from the right side, about 20 yards out. Right side angle, Jesus Moreno. As the clock is down to 3:45 remaining in this game. Moreno sends it through that goal box area, and the Tiger defense will clear it away once again. Pelican Rapids trying to work it. Kadar Adnan feeding it up the slot area. The defense is there again. Vikings putting tremendous pressure on. Here's Kadar Adnan losing the ball to Ishmael. And Ishmael will send it deep to Ethan Miller. Here's Miller inside that 18, moving toward the net. Shot comes in, and Rosilis makes the save, but it goes out of bounds over the end line, and another corner kick resulting here for St. Cloud Tech. Their third corner kick of the half and of the game. And it once again will be Kadar Karain initiating the corner kick with under 3 minutes to play. Karain from across the field sends in a low kick toward the goal, and the goal is scored by Garrett Mueller, the senior. Boy, what a nice setup by Karain, and Mueller kind of put the exclamation mark on this one. Mueller got the goal, and Karain gets the assist off that corner kick It comes with just 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the second half, and St. Cloud Tech has taken a 2-0 lead on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. We will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship on KJ Country. .248 left in the game. The corner kick resulting in a goal. Garrett Mueller scoring from Kadar Karain. A beautiful setup and a beautiful one-time kick that gives the St. Cloud Tech Tigers a 2-0 advantage on our Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. The Vikings throwing the ball in on the near sideline, and it goes out of bounds off Pelican Rapids. The Tigers will now get the possession as Joseph Pearson will toss it in. Clock down to 2:15. And we've stopped the action because of an injury, this time to a Tiger. Ahmed Getty is down on the near sideline, so let's take that 60-second injury timeout. We'll return with more from Alexandria. You're listening to the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship on KJ Country. Well, back to the action here in Alexandria as St. Cloud Tech will relay the ball over on the right sideline. Now pass it up the middle of the field. And we are down to the final 2 minutes of this game. Ethan Miller's pass comes right back to him off a Pelican defender. Miller pursuing the ball in deep, gets it to Ishmael. He drives one in, and Rosillas can't get it. Ishmael scores just over the outstretched hand of Rosillas, and that will make it 3-0. As Tech has come up with 2 goals in 58 seconds. And that one scored by Ahmedrabi Ishmael is his second goal of the game. And Ethan Miller with his second assist. And it's too bad. This 3-0 score does not indicate how the game has gone. And when people see that score, they're going to say, oh, Tech took care of Pelican. Well, not really. It's been a battle, and a good one, good defensive battle. And now we've got another Tech player down to 1:50 remaining. With a 3-0 Tech lead. And we have that injury timeout. The clock never did start after the goal, or after the play was resumed. The officials trying to get the clock to be wound down. Substitution here for St. Cloud. They're putting in Raymond Waldusky, a senior. But the Tiger player who is down on the ground is Lucas O'Donnell, one of their sophomore defenders. So we've had a number of these injury situations on both sides. This one, though, doesn't appear to be a leg, which the other ones have been. He was holding his side. Coming out, so. But he's up and walking off. So 1:50 left. As the Vikings will get a free kick from their defensive end of the field, Sebastian Centeno. We'll move it ahead. Pass it over to Ise. Ise gives it back to Kadar Aden. Now Ise in the middle. To the far sideline, Daniel Urbano is there. It has been really difficult today. Here's a drive in deep from Muhammad Ahmed, and coming out of the goal and covering that ball up is the goalkeeper, Lalonde. It's a good setup by the Vikings. A nice kick sent in by Urbano from the left side, and Ahmed got behind the defense and played the ball, and O'Donnell came out and was able to, or Lalonde was able to come out and make the save on that ball. We're down to 1:10 left here. On the far side, the Vikings try to relay it up the sideline and create some offense and get a goal here against this St. Cloud Tech squad. Centeno. Centeno pursuing it in deep. Centers right out in front, broken up by the defense. And we're going to get a goal kick here for St. Cloud Tech, with 40 seconds remaining in this game. And the pass ahead by Holmes up that right sideline. By the way, this afternoon on Channel 977, starting right about now with the pregame show, Mark Johnson will have Otter volleyball from the Kennedy Secondary School. That's on Channel 977 this afternoon. Under 10 seconds to go in this one as the ball is out near midfield. And the St. Cloud Tech Tigers have successfully defended their Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship with a 3-0 victory over the Pelican Rapids Vikings here in Alexandria this afternoon. Stay tuned. Our post-game report comes your way next. We will take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to coverage of the Section 8A Boys Soccer Championship from Alexandria on KJ Country.